Hello and welcome from a very sunny London in January 2022. I just need to clean my glasses and put them on so I can see the road and I can see the camera. Voila! As if by magic everything is okay. It's been exactly a year since I bought this car and it's been amazing. The year has just flown by and I've had such a wonderful time with this car, but now it's time for it to go. Oh, I'm joking. I'm not gonna sell it. I really like this car because it's an all-rounder, four-wheel drive, convertible, and it's a Porsche. It does everything that I want it to do. Touareg, I test drove it yesterday actually, but I didn't really want to make a video about it because it was just so boring. It was like, I stopped after 20 minutes of driving because there was no point driving it. I just didn't feel anything. It has zero emotions. So today I'm going to test drive something that I never thought I would even consider. It's a Volvo XC90. I saw one in my neighborhood and it was parked up and it looked really beautiful. Like the whole stance of the car, the way it was sitting on the road, it looked very elegant. When I looked at the interior, it looked really nice. I need to actually go and touch it and feel it and see if it's any good. And it's a plug-in hybrid or some kind of a hybrid, so you can get a diesel or a petrol version with an electric motor. So overall it sounds like a promising solution, but I also had a look at the new Defender and my god, I'm so in love with it. The pictures and the videos of that car don't do it justice. I went to have a look at a Discovery because I like the Discovery 4, the whole square fridge-like appearance and very utilitarian, but it's beautiful. And so I thought I should go have a look at some Discoveries, and while I was there looking at the new Discoveries, I saw parked next to it the new Defender, and my god, I was instantly in love. It is such a beautiful, beautiful car and looks very sort of utilitarian, agricultural, not so much, looks a bit more luxurious now than it used to, and has amazing off-road capabilities, which of course I'm going to use every day in London, so they're very important. And yeah, so I've booked a test drive for that as well, which I will hopefully take you guys along if I can. That's where I am. It's like every year I promise myself I'm going to stick with one car. I'm not going to go crazy, I'm not going to do this, that or the other. But I still keep getting sucked back into the car thing, and I try to help it, I try to control it. But it's the only thing I like. I don't go out, I don't party, I don't have expensive holidays, I don't even go to fancy restaurants, I don't drink, well, rarely, maybe once every 3 months. So if I'm not enjoying my life, doing the only thing that I actually care about, what's the point of living? And as you grow older, I think it becomes more and more apparent how little time we have on this planet, because currently I think I have about 15 to 20 years left of my life, and the last 40 years have flown by. I didn't really notice it, and I kept living my life for this future, this time when everything will be great and I will be fulfilled. But that time never seems to come, because the future is always in the future, and I keep advising other people to live in the present, but I don't know if I have been living in the present myself enough. So I've now decided the two things I really like, one is cars and the second one is skiing, and I went skiing for the first time in my life about 2 years ago, just before lockdown, and I absolutely loved it. So I realized that it's something I absolutely enjoy, but I have about 15 winters remaining before I'm too old to do these kind of things. So that means I can go skiing 15 times, which seems like a lot, but last year we missed one of those, so I have 14 left because of the lockdown. So I think I'm going to try to go twice a year, and that way I feel fulfilled and I feel like I'm achieving or doing things I should be doing, because life moves on and carries on, and if we don't do things that we like and enjoy, suddenly one day we're dead and we've missed out. On that happy note, I'm going to go have a look at this Volvo, and then I will have a look or drive the Defender. But I have a feeling that I'm going to fall in love with the Defender once I drive it, because I already love the look of it. So let's see what happens. Hello and welcome to the Volvo XC90. Right, we are going to test drive this car today and see if it's a good enough SUV to drive around and tow my car with it, perhaps. Okay, so it's a 3-litre or a 2-litre diesel, I'm not sure, I'll ask and then report back. But it pulls very, very well. I'm very pleasantly surprised. I'm sitting very, very high up, so maybe I need to lower the seats a bit. This feels like I'm driving a truck. And with the SUVs, they're not as high as they look, but usually it's the seats that are really high and make you feel or seem that you are sitting very high up. Don't know how to turn off this.
2 hours later.
What we are trying to do right now is figure out how to disable this auto stop start. But there is maybe there is no way of disabling it, and maybe I can't seem to find it. Okay, I wasn't expecting this car or this SUV to be as nice to drive as it is, but it's incredible. It's very comfortable, even though it doesn't have air suspension. But these roads aren't too bad either. Some warmth, please. Well, the car pulls extremely well, which is bizarre, not what I expected. It has a heads-up display like my Audi used to do. It's a 7-seater, big, huge thing. Aha. Figured out how to disable this parking thing. Okay. He said it doesn't have air suspension, but the car lowered itself when I put it into sport mode. How is that possible if it doesn't have air suspension? Now this is in sport mode, and holy shit, it pulls and drives extremely well. Not what I expected from an SUV. My Range Rovers used to drive well, but they wouldn't pull like this thing does. No matter what anyone says about Volvos, I'm changing my opinion because it drives really well. I don't feel like I'm driving an SUV, I feel like I'm driving a car, and a very powerful, fast car, which is insane, not what I expected from this. Maybe I'd like the XC60, who knows, because this XC90 is huge, it's massive, not something I think I want to own. It's just an overkill for one person driving around. Oh, and it has a sunroof, let's see. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I actually really like the Volvo. It's very comfy and quiet inside. It drives really well. Doesn't sound like a diesel. Let's switch it to a different mode. Comfort, everyday. What does the econo mode do? Efficient drive. Do I care about efficiency so much? No, not really. It's already annoying me. Mode, switched it back to auto stop start, which was very annoying. But in the normal mode, the comfort mode, it's driving really well. And to be honest, if you're paying £100,000 for a Range Rover Vogue and you're paying £60,000 for this, it's a bargain for what it has to offer in comparison to a Q7 or one of the other big SUVs. I'd hoped that the chap from the dealership came along for the drive, but apparently due to COVID reasons they don't go for a test drive with you anymore, they just give you the car. Which is okay in a way, because then I can make this video and not have someone sitting next to me when I'm saying negative things about their car. But there isn't anything negative to say about this one. It's pretty good. Visibility is amazing. I can see all the way back. There's a rear view camera as well, which if I wanted to use in here. The side mirrors are huge, so no problem with the vision. I'm sitting very high up in a very nice, comfy car. I don't know why people say bad things about Volvos. Maybe until they break down or something. But then Range Rovers or Land Rovers, they break down as well. This is going to be far more difficult in my decision making than I thought it would be, or should be. Now you've joined me in the XC60. The XC90 was actually a 2-litre engine, and so is this one. What's surprising is that the 3-litre Range Rover was not as fast as this 2-litre as always, is very typical. If the battery doesn't run out, the SD card runs out. So I was filming and talking, and then the camera stopped recording. Compared to the XC90, it feels smaller, which it is, but it still has plenty of space for one person. I don't know how to compare this to the other one, because it's like Range Rover Vogue and Range Rover Sport. Sport is a bit sportier and tighter, and the Vogue is more of a bouncy castle. I think it's that kind of a feeling I'm getting with this one. From a 2-litre engine, I am absolutely shocked and amazed how quick this is. The guy was telling me that these cars are 2-litre turbo and supercharged, so the battery thing that's in this car actually works to spool up the supercharger or something. But the technology, whatever they've done, is amazing, because I don't feel like I'm driving a 2-litre car. It feels really powerful and strong and pulls. The inside, I don't know. The leather seems alright, and the steering wheel feels a bit weird, but I guess you could probably choose different levels of steering, and I think I would like to have a lighter color interior if I was to buy this car. The driving position is great. You definitely feel like you're driving an SUV. You don't feel like you're driving a crossover, which is great. No rattles, but then again, this is a very, very new car. It's only done 5,000 miles. Okay, so now it's in the dynamic mode, 2-litre diesel, and it shifts. Holy shit. I have no idea how they've done it, but this is insane. This car. How could a diesel engine be behaving like this and not making all these strange loud noises? I think the last diesel car I had was the Porsche Panamera, and I thought I'm not going to buy another diesel car because the way they drive and the sound and the noise. You know, when you're driving a diesel, you press the accelerator and you take your foot off and it kind of like slows down. This one has the feeling of a petrol car, drives like a petrol car, and obviously quite fast and nippy. I think my nephew is going to be very disappointed that I like this. So this one's for you. I'm gonna buy a Volvo. Be shocked. And